If you want to feel more free and independent, and at the same time learn skills that will benefit you further in life, there's a simple way: working. In this video, I want to explain to you why you should start working at a young age and what the 3 biggest benefits are of having a part-time job. Hi everyone, my name is Victor and I'm 18 years old. I'm Spanish, German and Italian, and I'm currently studying liberal arts and sciences in the Netherlands. I have also been working part-time as a waiter for the past 10 months, which in my opinion has benefited me hugely. Now, I came across a statistic that showed that only 23% of people aged 15 to 29 are actually employed. So let's cover the reasons why you should start working at a young age. First of all, I think you should start young because you actually have more time. If you're in school, most people should be able to manage a part-time job, since school is usually not that intense. On top of that, if you still live with your parents at home, you might not have to invest as much time into groceries, cleaning, or cooking, and that does change once you move out. To add on to that, all the benefits that I'm going to mention in a minute, well, you'll start benefiting from them earlier, and so you'll just in total benefit more from them. So, the first advantage of working a part-time job is pretty straightforward. It's money. So, the money you would earn, you can either use it to support your parents or to just feel less dependent on them. So, buy your own groceries or pay your own rent. Just do a part at first. If you don't want to do that, so if you're fine with depending on your parents to some extent, then you can use the extra money you earn to invest it or spend it on yourself. Spending the money on yourself to treat yourself to something special does actually feel better with your own money. Because you would say it's maybe not that necessary to buy this or to go here or to go there, but you still want to do it, so you'll spend your own money and you won't say, okay, I just wasted my parents' money for doing something that was not necessary. And what I think is the biggest benefit of this part, money, is that you actually get to understand the world or businesses of other people more in depth. For instance, what happened to me when I started working, I started not seeing prices, but converting those prices into working hours. So if something would cost 100 euros, I would say, I would have to work 10 hours to be able to afford that. And I think that makes you just understand the value of money and how money works. Now, the second big advantage of having a part-time job is that you actually learn and improve your skills and your professionality. In the case of learning a new skill, that would be if you start working a job and it requires you at some point to have this skill to be able to do this job correctly. If you're a waiter and you want to carry the glasses and the dishes correctly, well, you would have to learn that. And through practice, you would get better at it, so you would improve that skill. If you're a freelancer for logo design, for instance, and you already know how to design logos and you provide that service in exchange for money, every time a customer asks you to design their logo, well, you would have to design the logo. And through that practice, you would get better at it. Now, another skill that you might learn, which is typical for a student job, in case you're babysitting, you might learn how to take care of children, what to do if they're angry, what to do if they don't want to do the homework, how to change diapers, who knows? And all of that, well, that might benefit you further in life. You might learn how to do that and apply that once you're a parent, once you have your kids. Now, when it comes to professionality, what you will learn through working is to manage your time correctly. Because if you're in school again, you still have to study and do your homework, right? And you would have to manage your time correctly to be able to do both. You'll also learn to be on time and to deal with, well, your boss who might not be the nicest guy. And that brings me to the third big advantage. And that is that you have an interaction with people. And trust me, you can learn a ton of things from this. I'm mentioning this as a benefit of a part-time job because most student jobs or jobs that young people work are usually interactive services, such as waitering or babysitting or giving classes to younger kids. Well, the most important thing that you learn through this interaction with people at work are your communication skills. And these include things as interacting with different types of customers, customers with different types of personalities. You will learn how to adapt to them and how they want you to engage with them. You also will learn to deal with angry customers or angry colleagues, or as I mentioned before, an annoying or angry boss. On top of that, you will also learn how to be more polite, and you might learn how to market yourself. And for me, what I learned as well through waitering is selling products. So if somebody was having a dinner, I would offer them a fitting wine to their steak or to their fish. Or I could offer a dessert at the end, saying, oh, this dessert is delicious, you have to try it. I think that is also a very valuable skill that can help you a lot throughout life. Another thing that you learn through this interaction with people, and I've already kind of mentioned it, is you learn how to optimize the perception of you. So the perception that other people have of yourself. You will be more self-aware and you will care more about your image, the image that you propose that I'm showing you right now to this camera. I think that is also very important to know in which situations you have to present yourself in which way. This next benefit that you get from interacting with people is also dependent on your linguistic skills. You guessed it, it's about language learning. And let me tell you, if you're trying to improve your skills in a certain language that is spoken at a specific workplace, going there is the most effective thing you can do, because you will force yourself into an environment where this language is spoken, so you listen to it, and you'll probably as well use it by interacting with other people. You might have to talk to customers, or you have to talk to your colleagues, or you just simply will hear all the things in that specific language, which will lead to you speaking the language after half a year. Next up is confidence. And you do get more confident through interacting with more people. You might have to interact with the parents of a kid in the case of babysitting. And these parents might be a bit sketchy and not the nicest person. And, well, you learn that in the communication skills, you will learn to deal with that. And you'll get more confident by practicing this over and over. Now, for me, I learned to be more confident in certain things that I have to do at my job. What I'm talking about is pouring glasses of wine. At my job, we always have to pour the glasses of wine very elegantly with one hand. And obviously sometimes you might just move your arm a bit or miss the glass, and every single drop that you miss will be seen on the table. And that will be just red wine will mark and saying, Victor messed up here. Well, that was kind of scary, and people expect you to be pouring it perfectly. And I learned to do that and to improve there. And it made me more confident because I said, okay, just believe in yourself, you got this, and it has worked ever since. Now, there is another hidden benefit that you make from interacting with people, and that is making connections. Might it be at a nice restaurant with the richest people that you might help you for a future investment, who knows? Or might it be if you work at a golf club? Well, also wealthy people tend to be. You might get to know somebody that can help you further down in life. To give you an example, what happened to me was when I went to the restaurant where I currently work at to get 2 cocktails, maybe 2 or 3 bonbons. That's what they call these little small fancy chocolates. And I know the prices are mind-blowing, but it would have cost me a total of 28 euros. Well, I only paid 12 euros because the guys that worked their shift at that point, they knew me and they knew I go to work there, so they reduced the price. So that is a thing that you can benefit a lot from. Or when I worked at another restaurant, I got to eat for free there as much as I wanted. Well, not as much, but they always gave me food to take home with me. Long story short, you will help other people. The people that got you to work, they needed somebody to do the service. And, well, you appeared and said, I'll gladly do it. And that is already helping them. If the manager likes you and appreciates the work you do, well, you might get other benefits, as I mentioned. Obviously, there are plenty of reasons to not work. One of them being it takes too much time and I would have to sacrifice my fun activities. And I don't think that's a valid argument because, in my opinion, with proper time management, you can make time for your fun activities. Might it be going to the gym or meeting up with your friends. Another excuse would be to say, the pay is mediocre and the shifts are long and exhausting. I get that. I understand that. That might be true. In that case, I would recommend you to look for a new job and then quit the other one, because nobody's forcing you to stay there, so might as well leave if you don't like it. Finally, I would say that most of us have enough time to work. The only problem being that we don't want to sacrifice the more relaxing and fun activities of our life. In the end, everybody decides for themselves. But what I can tell you is that I have benefited hugely from working and from the whole experience of interacting with people and all the things that I've mentioned in this video. Also, working gave me a sense of fulfillment. I just felt like I have done something with my day. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, I would very much appreciate it if you would hit the like button, and I hope to see you all in the next video. See ya.